Today, we are very, very happy to be here because it's an occasion for us to recognize and award our member associations, the Kara family, who have done an excellent job in meeting our expectations for service delivery, and of course lobbying for us with the authorities to make sure these things are done. This annual awards occasion is a new initiative by Kara, which seeks to identify those resident associations who have done very well in meeting the objectives of their charter and the requirements of their members to deliver public services and to lobby for public services in their areas. We have, of course, had a panel looking at that, which I think Oscar Buta is here to represent them. The others will be here shortly. And we think that is a demonstration of showing what we expect all of you to do as resident associations. So this is an example to all of you, so that we know moving forward we can meet all these objectives. The award is designed to address the twin issue. First, to celebrate the work of the resident associations in securing a better country, a better city, Nairobi, better cities all over the place for all of us, and rewarding, recognizing the initiative of a few of the members, and championing the interest of all of us. These awards will promote learning, because we learn from one another, to stimulate positive competition. We want to make sure we are all excelling, whatever we do, and we want to be very effective in some of the things we are doing. I have had occasion to visit with a number of residents associations in their own areas, and I can tell you some of them are doing a very excellent job, very, very good job. Mr. Buta comes from one of them, which very exemplary, which is chaired by Mr. Oya, who is there. He's been to one of their AGMs, and I must say, if all of them are like that, then we are getting somewhere with our authorities, government authorities, with our politicians, and with our public. Today, we are here to award the winners and to recognize the runners-up. We appreciate the many resident associations, I think 49 of them, who submitted entries, and we will be hearing, maybe about some of them. We appreciate our panel, which was led by Lorna Sempele. Many of you maybe have heard of her. She's an author, of course. She's a very well-known person. And this was a very objective panel. So they have done an excellent job. So in advance, I want to thank them very much for the effort they have put, in this effort. As we recognize the winners, we invite all the other resident associations, whether they are members of Kara or not, to emulate the winners. We hope that some of the good ideas which have come up, some of the good efforts of these associations will percolate to all of us. As Kara, we are ready to work with all of you, with all the resident associations, to promote learning, to share ideas, to serve you, and to make some impact. We expect that, of course, the authorities, the government, at both levels, national, county, will give us an opportunity to at least to tell them what our people, our members want, and to listen to us. So far, we have had very good rapport with the authorities at all levels, even at the county level, and we have seen some developments which are very positive. We are not there yet, and we have to keep on lobbying, not fighting, lobbying for those services, and persuading the authority that is the right thing to do. CARA has pushed, as you know, in the last year or so, for the enactment of registration at the national level, at the county level, to provide for an environment where the governments can work with us. And for those who are here for the first time, I'm very proud to say that we have registration now with the county of Nairobi, you know, which was enacted last year. And we have also a memorandum of understanding with the county, how we interface with them, how we work with them. We also have an agreement, a registration with the county of Kiambu, thanks to Mr. Karanja, who was a member of the county assembly in Kiambu last year, for the previous 5 years, and he helped quite a lot in pushing this registration. In the coming year, we will be working with, we want to make sure the counties which are contiguous to Nairobi, you know, Machakos, Kajiado, now we have Kiambu. Those who are close to Nairobi, you know, we have registration with them so that we can start setting an example. Makueni is, of course, another county. So allow me now, as I conclude, I know the CS is rushed for time, to congratulate all the winners and the runners-up. Congratulations to all of you. We look forward to having an even better ceremony next year to award winners. And I know that we are nearing the festive season after a very protracted, painful season of electioneering. So I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a very happy, prosperous 2018.
Our chief guest, Professor Judy Wakongo, Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources, our most valued members, partners and friends, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's with great pleasure that I welcome all of you here. Thank you so much for making the time to come to this award ceremony, the very first of its kind, as you have heard, and a very good initiative by CARA, Alliance of Residents Associations. The annual Residents Associations Excellence Awards, I don't know if we should say AREA, in short, is an initiative of the Kenya Alliance of Resident Associations, CARA, which is an umbrella body, as you all know, of all of you who are represented here today, most of you from associations, from countrywide. And this is the first time they're having this award, as you have heard. And we are very, very excited to bring you all here together today to celebrate with us the winners and the runners-up of this award. Ladies and gentlemen, the objective of coming up with this award was to recognize resident associations, as you have heard, from all over the country, who are working very hard and all demonstrate exemplary performance. But there are those who have done it excellently and in a way that puts them above the rest. And today we are recognizing those who have determined to promote access to public services for their members in the resident associations that they're in. These associations actually aim to improve the quality of life of those who are members of their associations in different ways. And so the awards try to recognize those different ways by having the different awards. As you heard, there's the Mazingira Award, the Usalama Award, the Mawasiliano Award, the Maji Award, Afya Award, Mihadarati Award, and the Viwanja Award. And all the entries totaled 49 entries. And so the judges had a challenging time to go through every single entry, and I'm going to brief you as the chair of the judges panel on some of the things that we took into consideration to make this process as transparent and as accurate as possible and as just as possible. CARA recognized that it is crucial to raise awareness on the initiatives taken and disseminate information on the initiatives taken by these associations, and then publicly celebrate the exemplary efforts made. Why? To boost the morale of the association members and leaders, to also stimulate healthy competition between those associations, and to raise the bar so that these associations can push even harder to ensure that there is effectiveness in the provision of public services through their associations and within their neighborhoods. To ensure a transparent and competitive and public-driven process, CARA actually sent out the calls for entries through all its handles online, through the Facebook page, the website, through its hard copy periodicals such as the newsletter, and even through emails to the listserv of all the members of the different associations. And a specific date was provided with the deadline on acceptance of entries being very, very clear, as well as the format in which these entries would be sent to CARA. And the deadline was the 23rd of November this year by close of business. And so as judges, the first thing we had to make sure was that we did not accept any entries that came after close of business on 23rd of November. And the entrants were also sought from across the country and encouraged to respond with their entries. After CARA sent out the information, we had several meetings where the judges were called together, and the first thing they did was brief us as CARA as to the awards, the different categories, and the criteria that they had in mind. And we as judges had to deliberate on each of those steps and see whether we agreed with the process as it was, so that we could make sure that it was actually a transparent process. One entry was sent in for Mihadarati Awards, 10 for Mazingira Awards, 8 for Mawasiliano Award, 7 for Maji Award, 6 for Usalama Award, 4 for Uwanja Award, and 12 for Ujenzi Award, and 1 for Afya Award. So in total, those entrants who sent in their bid or their entry and came on time before close of business on 23rd were 49. The judges were very impressed, and there were very many entries showing enthusiasm and detailed information from these associations. You could see that the people who are members of certain associations were really excited about this opportunity to showcase what it is that they had been doing. And the entries also revealed that some efforts are still ongoing to make a difference, especially in certain areas such as security and Ujenzi. Okay, security was what again? Usalama. Okay. And we were very impressed that they took the trouble to detail for us. You could see that there was competition and people were on fire to try and win these awards. So let's just clap for the entrance. I think we need to clap for the entrance. And then some were scanty, not very clear, and you could see that as judges we had to make a very big effort to even understand what it is that they were trying to say about the projects that they were doing. Some, for example, just wrote and said as an association they had made a lot of effort and there was a lot of change in their association and their neighborhood, and quality of life had improved. but we didn't know what they had done. They didn't make it clear. And you know, I also teach at St. Paul's University. So if a student makes me have to turn the thing upside down, use a magnifying glass to find out what it is that they're saying, and really look for the solution, I'm sorry, the marks are going to go lower and lower if you make me work too hard as a student to find what it is that you're doing. So for those ones who did not give detail, it also taught us as Kara and as the judges that we have to make very clear as a way forward what it is that we require for each of those entries and for each of those categories and for each of the awards. So it was a learning process for all of us. It was also noteworthy that quite a number of the entries were from the coastal region and others also from other cities in Nairobi. And so we were very, very grateful that, you know, a wider group of people were trying to get their information to us. In terms of the process of judging, there were entrants for every category. Some were more than others. And the judging panel constituted after an initial meeting on the 23rd of November. They came together and met, and I was elected as the chief or the chair of the judges panel, which I found very humbling and a privilege for me, and I thank the judges for that. The other judges were David Kithakie, who was the vice chair, and Lucy Wainaina, Oscar Buta, and Francis Wambalaba. An email group was created by Kara for all judges, and there was regular information sharing on the process and the planned meetings and the time that we were supposed to meet. The judges agreed also on their role of judges, the criteria for judging each entry, timelines of submission of the entry criteria, the judging date and the process, the scoring process per entry, the tallying process for the entries, the determination of the winners and the runners-up based on the final tallies that would result from an automated, actually, Excel accounting process, and how the winners and the runners-up would be informed in preparation for this event ceremony today. They were also supposed to provide Kara at the end of this exercise with a brief report of this award event from beginning to end and provide recommendations on the way forward. I can assure you that all the judges are law-abiding citizens and distinguished professionals, and they were of respectable standing in the community. And most of them actually have experience being judges in such panels, even internationally. And so we knew what we were doing, and we wanted to do the best for you. So this was a credible experience, and in terms of a judging process. And the entry criteria was discussed at length. For example, submission was one of them. Did they send their entries before the close of business of 23rd according to the agreed format by Kara? And that received 5 marks. Was it innovative? Was the idea distinctive and practical within the neighborhoods? And did it provide a new dimension to address service delivery challenges faced by the resident association? That was 20 marks. Was it relevant? Was the solution what the community needed? What that neighborhood needed? And was the award relevant to the award criteria as well that we had given as Kara? That was 15 marks. Was the entry clear in terms of presentation and also the detail and understanding of the actual objective of the award? Was it clear? That was 5 marks. In terms of output, was it smart? In terms of what they did as an association, was there a specific change that could be measured, that they were able to achieve? Was it relevant, and was it within a certain time frame as per the agreement? That was 10 marks. And then finally, there are 3 other steps. There was the ethical. So was the solution sought and adhered to in an ethical manner? That meant what? Was it done in a transparent, participatory, and community manner? And was it legal? Because we wanted to ensure what is done is legal. And that was 15 marks. And then, in terms of sustainability, was it sustainable in terms of the solution provided would outlive that current generation or go beyond just that neighborhood's experience. That was 20 marks because we felt that this is something that is important for Kenyan communities, that what you do should benefit you, but you should outlive you and even outlive the donor who is supporting you and the partners who are working with you, so that even those after you, in terms of posterity, would also benefit. And then finally, was it scalable in terms of how well could their idea be replicated in other associations? So you can see that actually as judges we had a lot of work to do, and we looked very keenly at each entry so as to determine, according to the marks, ethical, was 15, sustainable 20, scalable was 10. So in total the marks were 100 total, and so that we could even work with percentages. And we took our time after the 27th. In fact, on the 27th of November, we opened all the entries together in one place as judges. We met at the Kara offices, carefully read through all of them, independently worked to select the winners and the runners-up per category. And then all the judges were present for the judging process, which was very, very good. And each scored independently. And then we also familiarized ourselves with the automated tallying process for inputting the scores and understood it completely and watched the process and agreed with final selection in terms of the winners and the runners-up. So we really did go out of our way to try and make this a very transparent, orderly, professionally carried out process. So allow me to commend the judges. They were very committed. They are busy individuals. They could have been elsewhere. It's not as if they came for hefty honorariums to do this work. It was more of a voluntary effort. They worked hard. They were present. They understood what was being done, and they did it to the best of their ability. Kindly give the judges a clap. I have to say this has been a very informative experience for all of us. We were able to discuss issues as we went through the process, ask questions, because we wanted this to be a clean and credible process. And so allow me to say thank you to all of you also for coming today to hear from Kara and those who are here today, who are the winners and who are the runners-up. Are you all looking forward to that? Okay, thank you very much.